here today to do a book tag of my own invention. It is the fall reading book tag. I'm sure people have done book tag videos with that title. I just made up the questions on my own, and if you are interested in doing it, by all means, go ahead. I will put the questions down below so you can use them if you so choose. It is 10 questions with fall related reading. So the first question is, what book reminds you of crisp leaves on a sidewalk? And to me, that is The Portable Veblen. The main character, Veblen, she is fun, she is quirky, she is a little bit thorny and mistrustful, but the book and her story arc were so satisfying to read that I feel that it exemplifies that feeling of stepping on the perfect crunchy leaf. The second question for this is, what book do you have that reminds you of a warm cup of coffee on a crisp fall morning? To me, this is a book that is strong, rejuvenating, and contemplative. For me, that book is The Golem and the Genie. They struggle with some really really moral conversations. Both of the characters are unique and rejuvenating. They are new in what they're doing and they have a very unique take on their environment. And they are both strong, interesting characters to read. Just like a nice cup of black coffee. My third question is, what book reminds you of an overcast afternoon where you are snuggled up in a cozy blanket with a warm cup of tea in your lap? To me, this is a book that gives you warm, cozy feelings with just a hint of snuggliness. And for me, that is the Alice Network. You get a cute love story, which gives you a warm, cozy, snuggly feeling, but you also get these really empowered women who come to terms with what has happened to them and realize what's going on and how they need to move forward with their life. And by the end of the book, they have come out where you could only hope to, and you were so attached to the characters that you cheered them on every step of the way. And for me, The Alice Network by Kate Quinn exemplifies that warm, snuggly, cozy feeling in so many ways, including just having a happy ending. My next question is a little bit of a call out to my fiance. It is, what book makes you think of a cozy romantic evening with your favorite cocoa and your favorite person? And for me, the book that best exemplifies this is The Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because when I read it, I feel love, I feel warmth, and I feel sweetness. All of the things that I feel when I am snuggled up on the couch with a warm cup of hot cocoa with my fiance at my side. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite classics, so it makes sense that it would be something I want to do with my favorite drink and my favorite person. It is a cute love story with two flawed people who become better once they meet, and I would like to think that is the kind of relationship I have with my fiance. We were not perfect, but together we are a good couple. My fifth question is, what book puts you into a back to school mood? For me, this is a book that is anxious, it is nervous, but it is also incredibly exciting. And the book I've read recently that falls into this category would be My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. You are in the mind of a girl who is struggling at what she's doing, and it ends up in her losing her job, but she gets this new opportunity with her family, and she's put into these new, crazy, fun, awesome circumstances that really let her just come into her own. And during all of this, so many things from her old life kind of overlap with this new one, resulting in this kind of nervous, anxious energy in her narrator, with her as the narrator. And I feel like it just really encompasses that back to school feeling I always had, which was, I'm excited because of all the new stuff that's happening, but I'm also super nervous from everything that's unknown and everything that I remember having done in the past. My sixth question is, what book do you have that puts you in a Thanksgiving mood? To me, this is a book that is all about family ties and comfort. And for me, the book that exemplifies especially this family ties aspect is The Bear and the Nightingale. The family is so close in this book that even with everything going on and people thinking that the main character is a witch, her family is loyal to her, and she is completely loyal to them. She will do anything she can to save them. And the family ties there are just so heartwarming and sweet that you can't help but be sucked in and love the family as they are. My 7th question is, what book puts you into a spooky Halloween mood? For me, this is really any novel by Stephen King. My top 2 are Pet Sematary and Tommyknockers. Neither of them are outright scary, but they're both creepy with just these really underlying dark messages and dark tones, and I just love it. And they always put me in a Halloween mood just by putting me a little bit on edge. My 8th question is, what book puts you in the mind of the changing color of leaves? For me, this book is transformative, unique, and colorful in some way, and the book I picked for this was Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. She is a very unique character who is really struggling to come into her own. She's really struggling to deal with a lot of heavy issues in her past, but as she moves forward and overcomes these obstacles, it really is a transformative experience watching her come into herself and be true to her personality, and it's transformative, it's sweet. She and the other cast of characters are very colorful and unique, and it is a very enjoyable, if heart-wrenching read. And for me, it exemplifies the changing color of leaves. My 9th question is, what book reminds you of a brisk valley hike? And this one for me it's a series I read this year. It is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I can think of no better example of a grand adventure journey with just the freedom and beauty that you get with a quest that large, and that's what I feel exemplifies a brisk valley walk. You get beauty, you have the freedom of being in nature, and you have a grand adventure going from point A to point B. My 10th question is, what book just gives you the fall feels? What book is full of sunshine and endings, both good endings and bad endings? And for me, this would be the Harry Potter series. I read it almost every fall. I'm going to be picking it up to reread again soon here. There's just something about it, all of the stories, partly because they all start at the beginning. They start so strongly at the beginning of the school year that there's just something that makes me think sunshine and endings and beginnings, and Harry Potter just fills that very specific area for me, and it is my ultimate fall feel read. If any of you are interested in doing this book tag, consider yourself tagged. I will include the questions and the feels that I associate with each situation in the comments below if you choose to do it. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.